What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another account progression video. Alright, so it's time for another tier 2 character, and we're going to be getting Invisible Woman to tier 2, so I'm quite excited about this one. I've been wanting to get her tier 2 for a little while now, but it's kind of been put on the back burner while I was building some of the other characters up. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at her before we tier 2 her. So for these skills here, we have the third skill leveled up to get that all attack, all defense, and all speed boost. And then we have the fifth skill leveled up down here for that 80% chance to penetrate, because I believe it didn't start at 80%, or else I don't think I would have leveled this up all the way. I've already forgotten, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you want to level this up if you don't see 80% there. The other skills, they don't get any boosts, even though they do have really nice effects, because you do have a 50% increase to damage for one attack here, which is really good. We have a 5-second all damage immune, which is really good. The second skill here has that charm on it, so all very, very strong abilities, even as a bind here on the first skill, so tons of crowd control, but none of those get increased from leveling up, so you don't necessarily need to do that unless you're trying to crank out as much damage as you can with Invisible Woman here, but generally leveling up the skills is not going to make a significant difference. So now if we move down here to the Isolate set, we do have Power the Angry Hulk. She does get a little bit of all speed from her third skill there, but it's only 6%, so you can still go with Power the Angry Hulk. Unless you have quite a bit of all speed on your cards, then it'd probably be more beneficial for you to get Overdrive. But Power the Angry Hulk should work fine on her. And then for the Obelisk here, sadly we only have a 4-star Obelisk on her. I am quite low on Obelisk right now. I was looking through, or I should say quite low on damage proc Obelisk right now. Pretty much all of my extreme Obelisks or 6-star Obelisks are invincibility obelisks, which I don't use very often, so they're kind of just sitting there, and I've been using up all of my good damage proc obelisks, so I'm stuck with a 140 as pretty much the best I can put on her, and I chose this 140 instead of a fully leveled up obelisk because it has the ignore defense and crit rate on it, so two really nice stats. So I'm going to keep that on her until I roll something a little bit better, but I do like having a damage build for Invisible Woman here from what I've been seeing. She has the charm, she's got damage immunity already, she's got invincibility, she's got that bind, so she's got a lot of ways to keep her protected. And even, they don't advertise it on the skill, but she even has a heal, and it is linked to her charm, just like Enchantress. So when you do the charm, basically the damage dealt while the enemy, the enemy is charmed, you get some of that damage back as health for you, kind of like leeches it off of them, which I don't know why they don't advertise that. They've done that with like, 3 characters now where they have like hidden kind of skills where they don't tell you about the heal, or they don't tell you about like the defense down, that kind of thing. So it's really weird. I don't know why they wouldn't advertise that, because it's a really nice selling point for Invisible Woman. That heal is quite nice to have. So on the second skill there, you do have a heal for as long as the charm is active. Or at least I think it should be as long as the charm is active. I need to test that a little bit more. But anyway, back to the Obelisk, we just have a 140 proc here with the ignore defense and crit rate, so all really nice stats. I just wish these were a little bit higher, because I don't think she needs immune to guard break. With that charm being on such a short cooldown, you can keep the enemy charmed pretty much the entire fight, and then even if they are not charmed, you can fall back on the third skill, is it? Yeah, the third skill, because it does have invincible for 4 seconds, so you get that guard break immunity there from the third skill. So very, very strong skills on Invisible Woman here. So now let's go ahead and get around to actually tier 2ing here. Well, actually, let's show you the details real fast. So our crit rate is sitting pretty nice at 61%, so that's pretty good. And then crit damage at 157, again, that's pretty good. Ignore defense is still a little bit low, but that's because the Obelisk doesn't give me too terribly much ignore defense, and also she doesn't have any natively on her gears, which really hurts the, capping out her ignore defense. So you do have to put quite a bit of Uru on her, or have an ignore defense obelisk like I do to really get her towards that cap, unless you have a lot already on your cards. And then the skill cooldown is at 46% or 47. Again, when I don't hit cap on the skill cooldown, that generally means that the character does not have any skill cooldown natively on her gears as well. Actually, we can just go over and check here. Well, that's the gear, but you can see the skill cooldown is at 0, so she's not getting any there. That 14% is just from my obelisk. So yeah, she definitely doesn't have any of those nice premium stats here, as you can see. Oh wait, was that? Oh no, that's crowd control time for some reason. I thought that was something else. And she had, what, all speed up here? Yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and get around to tier 2ing her. So as you can see here, yeah, there's a little red flag there with my black antimatter, isn't there? It is very low. And yeah, long story short on that one, I got hosed trying to build up Mr. Fantastic. Yes, I finally got Mr. Fantastic's potential realized. Got him to level 70, got his gears to 25, but oh my god, it took like 12,000 black antimatter for me to do it, which is ridiculous. But he's ready to tier 3, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be tier 3ing him really, really soon. So hopefully that video will be out later. But anyway, we are going to be using a ticket on Invisible Woman here, even though I have the biometrics, just because I need to save that black antimatter for building up like Dr. Doom or somebody else later on. So yeah, let's go ahead and use that ticket here and get her ranked up. Boom. All right. Sue is now tier 2. We have the Psychic Fields, and her tier 2 is going to give her an increase to skill damage by 32%, bonus damage by 15%. Oh, she gets guaranteed crit rate as well, which is really nice, 20% of that, and then enhances the skill Invisibility Shift, which is her 4-star passive. I probably should have checked that before leveling her up. Power of Hyperspace. Okay, very nice. So if we go to the skills here, the passive, if I remember correctly, the only change is the apply to all allies. There is the only change. It was applied to self before at tier 1, and then at tier 2 it changed to the all allies, which is actually really nice because all allies get a guard hit for 1 hit for 2 seconds, same as Spider-Man 2099. So that's actually a really, really nice passive, especially since you can apply it to all the allies in the party. So if you do have to switch out, if she's taking too much damage for some reason, even though you shouldn't have to because of that charm, then you will have your other allies protected pretty well. And then the invisibility only applies to self, which again, just like 2099, that is really, really valuable. So yeah, she's going to be a real pain to kill in like PvP, and even World Boss Ultimate, she should have a high survivability. So yeah, now that we have her freshly tier 2, let's go ahead and try out a little bit and get into some actual gameplay. Alright, so here we are at World Boss Ultimate. We have Corvus, and we're just going to be going against stage 30 here because I don't have a super strong build on Sue right now, so I don't think she could push too much higher. But anyway, we're going to be using this team here. We're going to be using all Fantastic Four, so we have Reed for his leadership, the 65% for Fantastic Four allies, and then we have Thing in there for his tier 2 passive, which gives a 40% increase to attack, and it gives them super armor and a very, very, very tiny bit of all defense. And then our team up bonuses are going to be max HP, all defense, and then some crit rate and crit damage and some skill cooldown. And then we're going with 4 dodge ignore strikers and 1 damage striker. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in here and see how well Sue can do. And I'm thinking that we're probably going to have the survivability, but our damage might be a little bit low. So hopefully I'll be able to roll a good obelisk for her in the future, because I do like the characters like her where you can keep the World Boss Ultimates charmed or kind of crowd controlled the entire time. So that way I don't have to worry about them teleporting all over the place. So it just really helps making the clears a lot easier and faster. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Alright, Corvus. Let's see what you can do. Oh, well, I did not want the damage proc to go off with the second skill there, that's for sure. And now Corvus is all the way on the other side of the map. Fantastic. Can we get a damage proc, please? Apparently we can't. I want a damage proc on either the 5th skill or the 3rd skill, please. There we go, finally, 1 damage proc. Come back here, Corvus. Oh no you don't, you're getting charmed. Yeah, so we're not having much luck here with the skill rotation, that's for sure. This has been a horrible run. So you can stack the damage increase on the fourth skill with your damage proc. But only if you cancel it right away. So right there, we did not get that. Alright, so let's charm you. Use the fifth skill here. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I'm just playing her really bad right now. Alright, let's see if we can't reset here and get our skills doing what we want them to do. Wow, no we can't. Hey, damage proc. Alright, go down, Corvus. Yeah, so, I mean, I played extremely bad there in terms of trying to line up that damage proc, and it looks like we're just slightly behind clearing it right now, because we're below 3 minutes right there. Oh yeah, of course there the damage proc goes off right away from the first hit of that second skill. That's typical. Ooh, alright, so we kept the damage proc on the fifth skill that time, so that's at least something. Oh no you don't. Knock you out of that skill. Ah, he iframed right when I was doing that. So this is a how not to play Invisible Woman video, just so you guys know. Yeah, that second skill, so you get that like twice in one rotation, so... Oh, well, I messed it up there. But yeah, you can keep them charmed the entire fight. And our damage proc has left the building again. Our damage proc, I think, was on the fourth skill that time. But wow, we still cleared that with a minute left, even after that horrible start and that horrible gameplay. Yeah, I probably should have just re-recorded that, but I wanted to show you my first attempt using her. So that was literally my first time playing her since I tier 2'd her. And it probably showed, since I was not doing very well with that skill rotation. The damage proc was all over the place and just randomly going off. But we were still able to clear it. I know this is only stage 30, but I do only have a 140 proc on her. I don't have her ignore defense maxed out, so, and there's no Uru on her. Yeah, so there's a lot of room for improvement on my Invisible Woman here. This is probably one of the better team-ups to use with her, because we have Reed's leadership, which is going to be probably the best leadership for her. Well, actually, it is the best leadership for her. And then we have Thing for the tier 2 passive, which gives her the super armor just in case she needs it, even though, like I said, with that charm being able to be used twice in a skill rotation, you're not really going to be in danger of being guard broken. But anyway, what I was trying to do there is you want to try to get the damage proc on either the fifth or the third skill, however you like to do your skill rotation. But you want to start with the second skill, get that charm off, and then you use the fourth skill and then cancel into whatever skill you want to have as your skill for your damage proc, so the fifth skill or the third skill. I tend to like to use the third skill because it's a little more, it's got wide AoE and it hits pretty quickly, but they're going to be charmed, so you're not really in danger of them getting out of the skill, and I think they do pretty close to similar damage, the fifth and third skill. Let me know in the comments below if you have any kind of thoughts on that, or if you've done any testing to see if the 5th or 3rd skill does more damage with the damage proc, but as of right now, I'm going to say that they're pretty equal, so it's whatever feels more comfortable for you in your skill rotation. So then you hop into your damage proc skill, use the 2nd skill again, and then you're going to repeat the process. But yeah, don't take my gameplay there as a way to play her, because I was doing pretty bad there. Yeah, so anyway, we're able to clear it. I'm quite happy with Invisible Woman. She's a really strong character. I can't wait to build her up some more, hopefully get a lucky obelisk roll, because yeah, my luck has been horrible lately for obelisk, so hopefully that'll turn around. But anyway, this video has gone on long enough with me blabbering here and there, just a lot of rambling going on today. So yeah, that's going to be my thoughts on Invisible Woman here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.